Hi, I'm Sarah from Jimmy Beans Wool, and today we're going to be going over how to do the M1T increase. So the M1T increase creates an additional stitch in your work if you want to add shaping or anything like that by creating an extra loop on your needle where the yarn is towards you. So that's where the T comes from. I've got this worked up here on a swatch of stockinette, so you can see this little hole. That's the only downside to this increase, is that especially in stockinette, it does leave small holes, but that might block out, you know. It could do whatever you need it to do. But you've added stitches in a little triangle shape into the swatch, which allows you to increase as your pattern calls for, or to add gussets or shaping to different garments. This increase, the M1T, is really best used in garter or even in reverse stockinette, because it does create a little bar over your stitch that is noticeable in plain stockinette. But in garter stitch or in reverse stockinette, that does kind of just blend right into the background. So you can see if I flip it over to the purl side, let's make that a little easier to look at. These increases are, unless I'm really pushing it and pointing it out, they're more or less invisible. So let me work up to the point in my swatch where I want to add the M1T. Okay, so if I add it here, that's going to be increasing the line, or adding to that line of stitches, increasing in the same line is what I'm trying to say. If you're familiar with the M1A, that's the make one away increase. This is going to be similar, but a little bit trickier to perform. So in the M1A, we dropped our yarn and just twisted it by hand. In this increase, the M1T, we're going to do a little trick to make sure that we get that stitch aligned properly on the needles. So I've knitted up to the point where I need to go, and what I'm going to do with that working yarn over my pointer finger, I'm going to curl my finger in just a little bit to make an X right there under my stitch. And then I'm going to take the tip of my right needle and bring it behind and through that loop. And then I'm going to bring the working yarn to the front to tighten that up. So you just pull it snug. And this is why there's a little extra bar created if you're working stockinette, is because then you'll want to move your yarn back to the back, and that creates an extra loop right there. But if you were going knit to purl or what have you, then it wouldn't be quite so noticeable because your yarn is already in the front for a purl stitch, right? So let me undo that and show you how to do it one more time. So I've worked up to the point where I want my increase. I'm gonna give myself a little slack here on the line, and then just twist my finger around. So I've crossed the yarn around my finger, and then I'll bring the right hand needle up, back, and through that loop, and pull the yarn to the front to snug it up. And there you have it. That is the M1T increase.
Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing, because we have a lot more yarn reviews, tutorials, and other fiber fun like that. Happy crafting!